What's up, Internet? We are here with the final little bit of things for Bomber Week. I always like to finish this off with like a random, weird little bonus thing. And, well, actually, what I wanted to do was some weird random PS2 stuff, but unfortunately, that didn't happen. Yes, you are first, JavaScript Gold. I don't have a lot of viewers, unfortunately, but it's good to see you again. Anyway, so since I couldn't get the weird PS2 games I kind of wanted to play, I decided we're going to pick a different game that I have, which is Bomberman GB3. What you would think would be the third Game Boy Bomberman game, it's actually, depending on how you count it, like the 5th or 6th. You know, if this goes quickly and it gets boring, I've got a couple other ones. And I've got my entire library, my digital library we can explore, but I've got 2 other Bomberman games I've got on lock if we need. Because I have, like, almost a complete handheld Bomberman collection. I'm missing, like, 3 games before the DS, and then after the DS, my entire collection goes to hell. But I've got almost all the handheld Game Boy Bomberman games. So if we need another weird handheld Bomberman game to balance out the necessary extra weirdness for completing Bomberman Quest, we've got stuff. Now this is, like, the only exclusive Japanese Bomberman Game Boy game as well. It's kind of sad too, because the Bomberman Game Boy games, like the classic ones, they're not that great. This one is probably the best out of the lot, at least out of like the classic adventures. Then you start getting into like the Bomberman Max stuff and like Pocket Bomberman, which are very different games. But I think this one's okay. It's definitely a hard to find game for an import too, which is, ooh, let's not get murdered. I could leave, but I kind of want points. I will admit, I don't think this is quite as interesting as Saturn Bomberman or the weird import N64 Bomberman we did yesterday as a makeup thing, but, you know, it's more Bomberman, and I think this is a fun way to finish off this year's Bomber Week. And if I recall, this game actually decides to take this sort of like Super Bomberman classic style and make it a lot more like objective based, which is kind of an interesting way to sort of expand the series a little bit. Although I still think that good old Saturn Bomberman is probably the best one still. But like I've said numerous times, I always prefer the adventure Bomberman games to the sort of Super Bomberman classic style games. I don't know, I like adventures. Yes, and Merry Christmas Eve to you as well. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, that was scary. Oh, I still have to wrap all my presents and stuff too. Oh, and I gotta go to the hospital later. Oh, I got so much stuff to do. It's not even funny. I'm not gonna get any sleep. Not there. I don't know, maybe for a Christmas stream I'll do like, the greatest N64 Christmas game of all time, Hybrid Heaven. That'd be kind of fun. I'll think about it. That could be fun. I know I gotta do, collection stuff as well as, like, end-of-year videos, so I got a lot of extra stuff to do, but we'll see what I can do for extra stuff, because I always like trying to do as much stuff as I possibly can. Which is probably why I never get any sleep. Okay, so that's a jump pad. Now, having got the Japanese Bomberman Game Boy collection, I can tell you this is way better than any other Game Boy Bomberman game that the Game Boy has ever had, because, wow, those are some really bland games. I mean, there's like, Bomberman and Wario, a game that is so depressing that the hero couldn't even get top billing in his own series. That was weird. That's a different game in Japanese, too. I think that's just called, Bomberman GB. And then what we got as Bomberman GB was actually Bomberman GB2. Because consistency. It's Final Fantasy all over again is what it is. We're just completely gonna throw the numbering system out the window because you never got one. I don't know. What frustrates me is the insistence that this is the kind of Bomberman game that we want. It's like, I don't like these games that much. Like, they're fine, but I just want the good, proper adventure games. Well, if you're working on your N64 library, get all the Bomberman games. I know I have to stream at least a little bit of the first one to get some footage for review coming up. As an extra bonus thing for Bomber Week, because why not? Uh-oh. Crap. Well, it's Bomberman. That happens. I do appreciate that they actually lower your firepower a little bit. So, like, if you actually killed yourself, you might be less prone to doing so. There's something to respect about that. No, I'm using actual hardware. Ah, shit. Oh, that saved me. This won't, though. For HDMI stuff like this, I use a piece of equipment called the Retro Freak, which sort of uses emulation, but it requires, like, the physical hardware. But I have, like, my entire collection copied over to an SD card to run off of it, so... But that's just for display stuff. I don't play any games I don't own. Just because personal rule of thumb, just because I'm weird like that. I think the extent I believe in, like, emulating games is just, you know, if it's something that you can't otherwise have. So, like, a few years ago, like, something like Star Fox 2, that was the only way to get that game. Or, like, fan games. Fan games are good for stuff like that. Oh, that pollen is scary. You got range. Okay, so we got a bomb power-up, but that's not going to do much for us. Grab this. There. I don't know what that clock did, but it didn't give us extra time. Okay, drop that there. Drop that there. Oh! I'm bad at Bomberman. is the short version of this. I'm good at the adventure game Bombermans, but classic Bomberman not so much. Which sucks, because we're running out of adventure game Bombermans, because for some reason they didn't make a lot of them. I have all of 2 left, and then I've done all of them. I've got 2 N64s myself, and one of them I've modded to be region free, so I can play Japanese games, which is good because the N64 is a ridiculously cheap system to import for. Like, I got Diddy Kong Racing on there, a game that would, in English, cost like $30. I got that for 50 cents. And I kind of need to, because as I'm... Oh, the slowdown. You know, as I'm running my channel, I need to cut costs as much as I possibly can. So if I have to play Japanese games just to save money, I will. But it means I get to experience a lot of games we never got in North America. Like the mysterious 4th N64 Bomberman game. Interesting. Okay, well, at least I'm now moving at a decent clip. So I'm guessing that's one of those mushrooms we need to make it eat. Ah! Crap. Yes, I'd very much like to continue. Thank you! But this is interesting because it sort of takes the classic Super Bomberman style and makes it a little bit more, like, objective based. Oh, I'm so low leveled now. So I think that kind of makes it a step closer to, like, the adventure games. A little bit. Grab this. Okay, so what I need to do, I think, is line up with him and make him... Or not. Okay, so he avoids flames. So all we have to do is... Okay, so the whole mission is just make him eat mushrooms. Okay. So it's very puzzly, this level. I kind of appreciate that. Okay, that's another mushroom eaten. Ah! Okay, so it looks like those mushrooms are respawned. God damn it. See, this is why I stick to the N64 Bomberman games. I'm objectively better at them. Hack. Gonna beat this level. Damn it. So, I mean, I know I've got other Bomberman games on tap if we need, but the problem is they're more like this. Slightly different, perhaps, but still kind of more like this. Okay, grab this. Should probably try and open a path. Okay, so there's one more after that. Noted. Okay, let's try and get this guy down here. Change direction, damn it. Ah! I didn't expect that. Man, I gotta figure out which one we gotta do next, too, because there's only 2 more Bomberman adventure games we haven't covered, and they're more or less from the same age, so it's not like I can just pick one in front of the other, like I did with Bomberman Quest. Like, I had to do Bomberman Quest first because it came out first. But after this, it's like, well, they came out kind of the same time. There's quite a few import N64 games you didn't get in America. As we talked about, Animal Crossing is definitely one of the highlights. Certainly there's Desigmon, which is a shmup designer program. Sin and Punishment is an absolute must-have. Last Legion, fun little robot fighting game. There's a lot. The trick is finding ones that you'd want to play in North America that only came out in Europe, because there's like 4 and 3 of them are soccer games. And technically we did get 2 of them. They just changed the brand in North America for whatever reason. Yep, go right that way. There was the last Bomberman N64 game, which was the very last game on the N64. There was different versions of Mario 64, as well as... I don't know why this level's all stuttery. As well as... what was it? Wave Race. There was a trilogy of games featuring the popular Japanese character Doraemon, and those were actually pretty good games. They were very different games, though. Like, the first game was like a Mario 64 style game. The second one was more like a kind of vaguely third-person platformer that wasn't quite like that. And the third one was sort of an adventure game. I really have no idea why this is stuttering so bad. this keeps up, we're gonna have to swap sooner rather than later, which is fine. I mean, that's a necessity thing. Plonk that there, plonk that there. Plonk that there, plonk this here. There was a Pokemon Stadium game we never got in North America as well. It's the one no one ever talks about because most people don't seem to know it exists. I don't know if he's trying to get me or not. Like, if he is, yeah. And that was me being impatient. I'm gonna give this to one more game over and then we'll move to the next one because this stuttering is a little bit bad. Although that seems to have fixed it. So maybe it was like a lag thing or something. Who knows? Got this. Got this. There was a really nice... I can't think of what the name is. I know the Japanese version is Kiryu no Ken, but I'm pretty sure there was an English name for it as well. That only came out in Japan. I think there was a Bomberman Beat-em-on Baku Gaiden game as well, but that's not technically Bomberman. That was Japanese exclusive. I think there was a dodgeball game as well. There was a lot, like... I would say probably half of what we know as the North American library, in terms of size, was exclusive to Japan. Okay, so I'm just going to swap this over, so it might be a little bit of a visual mess up. I apologize for that. Just bear with me. Okay, so just gotta swap games. And engage. There we go. Vatical Entertainment. We're gonna play another Bomberman handheld game I've got. This one's even harder. This one we did get in North America though, so it's a little less obscure. This was a game I have never beaten. And even though I own this game, it's also kind of a game I don't own because this is sort of like Pokemon in the sense that they created two versions that are basically identical. The only difference is like some of the little sidekick guys you can get, as well as your player character. Of the 3 handheld Bomberman games I'm missing, I am missing the alternate version of this, the alternate version of the sequel, as well as one of the import Game Boy Advance games, and then I've got the full set. But this is a very difficult Bomberman game, but it's interesting because it has a little bit of an adventure game element to it, as well as sort of a classic Bomberman element to it. In that the levels play sort of like classic Super Bomberman, but they have sort of an adventure element in that when you beat an area, you will then unlock like multiple doors, and you have to pick which doors you want to go to, and you basically have to figure out which path of doors you need to go through to beat the world. It's very complicated. I remember trying to open up every door in this game, and it's like stupid to try to. And another thing about this game is it had interconnectivity with the IR sensor in the Game Boy Color to unlock a couple like very set areas. And the thing is, I never had a Game Boy Color, so I didn't have access to that. So I couldn't ever actually complete this game. But this is Bomberman Max Blue Champion. Also, Bomberman looks way better in this game than he did in Bomberman Bomberman Quest. For one thing, he doesn't have a purple face. I think this might actually be a modified sprite from that game, though. But it's at least colored sensibly. But again, this is sort of a classic Bomberman game, so I'm probably not going to be too good at it. I remember this being one of the hardest Bomberman games I ever played. Take that, Ballum. Really good soundtrack, though. Like, maybe not Power Quest good, but pretty damn good. Grab that, because I think I'm moving about as fast as I'll ever move. Alright, took that bomb out. They're not programmed to just walk into bombs in this game, although even when they were programmed to walk into bombs, they never really did that. There we go. Give you tons of time on this. It's a very pretty game as well. I think this game looks infinitely better than Bomberman Quest. There's our boy Pommy. Once again returning from Bomberman's Second Attack, the greatest N64 Bomberman game. And now we can level up our Charabons, and as we build up their stats based on little icons we pick up, not dissimilar to Charabon feeding in Bomberman Cheddars, they'll take different forms. The problem is, there's not really any reason to. Because all this does is basically give them more stats for like a Pokemon style like rock, paper, scissors minigame. And unless you're like playing with other people, there's no reason to do any of them other than trying to get the good ending, which you can't do unless you trade with other people anyway. Anyway, this is one exit, but from here on out, they'll start spawning like 2 or 3. Ah, can't drop bombs there, that sucks. He's a little bit trickier to fight than when he was in Bomberman Quest, I will say that much. Oh, that was close. I don't want the Gettas, thank you. Drop that there, drop that there. Grab the Pommy icon. For shields. Drop that there. Drop that there. Hopefully murder that Golem. Nope, Golem's still alive. Not anymore, he isn't. Oh! That was very scary. Okay, so I can definitely plant a bomb there. Shoot! I think I just have to hide on that bridge and hope for the best, really. Ah. Okay, well, since we're just actively going after these guys, I don't see much of a reason to go after these extra things. I don't like that that opens up a circular area for this guy. But I don't have a lot of choice. Because soft blocks. There we go. Pop that there. Go through here. Drop that there. Drop that there. That goes there, that goes there. Let's not get murdered. Didn't get him. Come on. Get away from that one. Silly boar. I don't think he's dodging that. Looks like a volcano. There's a sword for our Charbons. Oh, also awesome imports for the N64 Custom Robo. I got videos on both the N64 ones. Great series. If you can only get one, get the sequel though. Because the sequel is just like the first one, but better in every way, and the controls slipped. Awesome. You have no idea how many times I have seen this screen. 1% cleared. I'm a washed out bomber. Don't sign that, Bomberman. It's depressing. try this again. I feel like we're slower than when we started. So I really do think they start you out like max speed. Now the difference between versions at this point would be that the max version will let you play as Max, obviously. And instead of Pommy, he would get a different Charbon. I think he gets like a dragon or something. But again, Charbons don't really matter in this game. Controls are really sensitive in this game. And I'm awful. Those two things are both facts. Stop running away, I need to make you explode. For the sake of Christmas cheer and stuff. I mean, I get that I was complaining that Bomberman Quest was a little too easy, but... I'm surprised I was not murdered there. Also, bomb placement in this game is a little weird, because it sometimes spawns, like, right on your screen, or your square. Other times it'll, like, spawn, like, right in front of it. It's a little bit inconsistent. Or rather, it's the definition of where you are in the world that's inconsistent. But this is sort of like an evolution of Bomberman GB3 a little bit. Grab that. Grab this. Grab that. Over here, drop that down. Okay. That should be good for there. Oh, I can just go around. I will do that then. And stars boost like your special attack, which I think is Pommy's specialty, so if we're really upgrading our Charbon, might as well grab that. Run, drop that there. This is a terrible situation. I've got nowhere to drop a bomb. And he runs through me. Line bombs, that'll actually be useful. Yeah, you're not getting out of that, buddy. Okay, so there's one exit. That red exit will take us somewhere we've already been, which will be level 1, obviously. We got time, so let's take a look and see if there's other openings. Nope. So we can move forward, taking the blue teleporter. But it's really hard to get to like specific areas. And it's a giant maze where you don't really have a map for where you can go. Oh good, dragons with 2 health. Take that. Oh good, I got the Geta to make me slower. Terrific. Drop that. It'd be nice to actually have like that marker they show in the intro. To like figure out how many things you have to kill, or whatever. Okay, there's that one. I do appreciate that the sound effect for hitting your opponent carries, even if they're not on screen. It's a small mercy. Hey, wall through. Yeah, I want that. Means I can just hide in terrain. And these stupid little dinosaurs can't do jack about it. Although I think that little flamey breath does actually go through objects, which is not good. And it can be used to shield them. Oh, there was a power-up in there I could have used. Jerk dinosaur. 9 more. 8 more. That now goes through bombs, which is good. Ah! And all my power-ups are gone. Alas, I wanted to keep those. That was me not paying attention. Bomberman's hard! Well, I'm 2% now, so there's at least 100 levels. Let's continue. This game is so bloody difficult. But I do have to appreciate how varied an experience it is. Whoop! Let's not get melted by that. I will drop that there. That's just not fair, Mr. Dinosaur. I also appreciate that I can pick up more than one bomb at a time. Seriously, only being able to like, drop 2 at a time sucks. So this game is still emphatically better than Bomberman Quest. Drop that there. Goodbye. Guess we can't go back that way. Drop that there. Ah. That's the thing. I'm impatient. I want to go and do this. I don't want to have to sit here not blowing things up. Because blowing things up is awesome. Okay, that time I should not have taken damage. I have to object to that death. Try again. I'll point out we never died in Bomberman Quest. I'm willing to accept that I can lose in Bomberman Adventure games, but... you know, they were a lot less mean. Although Bomberman Quest was also stupid easy. We died a bunch in, like, Bomberman Hero. And, Bomberman 64, but that's also because, like, Rainbow Palace exists. And Rainbow Palace is stupid. There. I think the through walls item is a forced spawn around here. I think it is anyway. Gonna blow up that Geta because I don't want it. Drop that there. Drop that there. That there. I gotta remember not to rush. We've got like 3 minutes. We got so much time. I'm so impatient. Also, he was facing upwards. How did he hit me that time? I object to that death. Now, if he wanted to hit me there, I would have been fine with it. Wasn't very nice, Mr. Flamey Dragon. And now you're paying the price for being not very nice. Drop that there, drop that there. Grab that, drop that, grab that, drop that. Nothing cool, though. Well, clearly you can face upwards and shoot to your left, so I don't know what you're doing, Dragon. Just have to be really careful. And you basically trapped me. Like that. I can't do anything until he leaves. There. I mean, I guess I could have just ignored these guys, but they don't seem like the kind who are just going to be ignored. They seem like the kind of... okay, you just walked through my bombs. That's unfair. If you wanted to walk through them while I was dropping them while you were on the same square, I mean, okay. Fine. But you can't just actively walk through my explosives. That's just cheating. Drop that there. That goes there. That goes there. There's the piercing bombs. Shield for Pommy. Again, you should not be able to do that. I take offense to your ability to walk through my explosives, game. Just gonna drop that there, thank you. You can go there. Drop that there, and now you're done. Now we just need to make a nice little leisurely stroll through here and not get murdered by my own incompetence. Okay, now we got options. We have what appears to be 3 exits, plus that one we can leave from. And I'm not letting that guy live. I refuse. And that's what's gonna end up costing me. That's on me, that's fine. But there's no way we can just let these stupid dragons live. Oh, wall through. You're such a handy item. I can hide from dragons there. Whoop! Okay, now we're going a little bit fast. Drop that there. That wasn't very fair, Mr. Dragon. Drop it there. Run! I don't know how big that explosive is going to be, so we're going to be real careful. Drop that there, drop that there, drop that there, drop that there. Just gotta take it careful and not let myself get murdered. Okay, one more time, and then we're gonna play the last handheld Bomberman game I have on tap right now, because I'm running out of handheld Bomberman games. I do have the Bomberman collection, but I mean, those are very, very early games, and they're not very good. Drop that there. Plunk that there. Oh, don't. I needed that. You're mean, Mr. Dragon. Come on. Nope. There we go, that's one. Will I get it up because I don't need it? Grab these roller skates. Use a bomb up. That. Pass-through item. Okay, seriously, that guy torched me from the other direction, so I'm very wary when they look upwards. You don't have to face the direction you're breathing fire now? Okay, fine. Okay, that one was on me. Fine. I do have to appreciate how nice this game looks, though. I'm kind of annoyed I got the Bomberman version, though. I wanted the other version because I think the other character's way cooler. It's funny though, because for the sequel I actually have the other character, but I don't have the Bomberman version. And that makes up the bulk of the missing handheld Bombermans, and I'm gonna die again. Alright, Alright, let's go. You're not escaping. You might escape that way, but... Alright, fine, fair enough. Okay, gotta skip to the other one. Gonna have to swap carts, so just give me a sec. Okay. Swap the carts. And we need... Okay, now it's reading it. And we should be good in about a sec. Alright, here we go. The final handheld Bomberman game I've got on tap. It's like a handheld equivalent of Bomberman Hero in a way. A game that gets way too much shit. Bomberman Hero's awesome. That's the first game I actually did for this. At least televised anyway. But now we get to play the 2D version. Again, not quite an adventure game though. It's more of a classic one, but with a twist. Bomberman with a sword, except not really. This is also an original Game Boy game. It got ported backwards to the, or forwards to the Game Boy Color for the color mod. Which is why when I have this in my collection, it's really hard to sort, which is why I just kind of combine Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance stuff, because there's some stuff in there that's just sort of murky for where it belongs. Let's play this game to kind of get an idea of what this is, because first of all, Bomberman can jump, yeah. But second of all, it's a 2D platformer, kinda. Now this particular mode is actually kind of weird, because it's basically an auto jumper. You have to get to the top without having any direct control of your jumping, which makes it weird. I'm gonna try that again, because I'm bad at Bomberman that isn't Adventure Bomberman. This is why I like Bomberman on the N64. They all were, except for the Japanese one, but that was a weird thing in its own right. Whoopsie. Whoops. Come on, Mr. Boss. Alright, we opened up the path. Oh, those are chests. Should probably collect those, I feel. It's nice that they actually, like, lock the path behind you, just so that you can't possibly, like, get sent backwards. And what makes this game a rather interesting Bomberman game, aside from the fact that, you know, it's a 2D platformer, is you're gonna run into, like, situations where you have to platform on your bombs, which, at the risk of pointing out the obvious, it makes things a little bit dangerous. I feel like we shouldn't touch that. Ah. Oh well. We did okay. We made the board. I'm counting that as a victory. Oh, now Bomberman's sad because we quit. Now we're gonna actually play the game. At least for a little bit. So there's 5 areas to climb this. And there's lots of nice little art in this game. Like, just a lot of really nice art. One of my favorites is this one. Just Bomberman chilling. I think when I reviewed this game, that was the exact artwork I used for the thumbnail, just because it's pretty much perfect. And while he's not color accurate, he still looks better in this game than he does in Bomberman Quest, although he looks a little Dig Dug-ish. Although Bomberman in general does look kind of vaguely like Dig Dug. That was a ghetto, wasn't it? Crap. Also, we can lay down more than 2 bombs at some point. We're not there yet, but still. Although this is, despite how radical it is in terms of its differences compared to like the other Bomberman games, this one is also more true to the classic style than any of the others we've played thus far, because to open up the doors you just have to kill everything. There's no real additional objective stuff. But it's really more about the different types of like environmental traps and hazards and gimmicks you can run into. Because it's Bomberman on its side, it plays kind of differently, especially considering it has physics. Physics bomber! Got a bomb up, yes please. Get it fired up, that'd be nice. Oh. Nothing there. I think this guy takes 2 hits. Nope. Little Kirby guy blows up in 1. I think this guy's like some kind of broccoli monster. Take that, broccoli monster. No one likes you. You're gross and bitter. Not even like salad dressing makes you better. Also invulnerability! And full fire, which is probably not good. That's quite some reach. Alright. This game's not quite as hard as Bomberman Max was. That's gonna be spikes. Remember this. I feel like this is a terrible idea, but I'm about to do it. Ah. Oh, that's not good. That's the remote, and you're standing on it. There's genuinely no way for me to get it. It's just, it's dead. It's a dead power-up. That's depressing. This is that one. I don't want my power-ups dying. I want them to be collected, as all good power-ups are. Ooh, spike bombs. Want that. Ah. That up. I already have full firepower. What I wanted was the remote, but I guess that's kind of out of the question now. Well, I killed it. And I'm gonna try desperately not to cry about that. Alright, let's keep going. Forest! Okay, you're dead. Drop that there, drop that there, drop that there, and run like hell. Roller skates, yes please. Whoop. Okay, we'll drop those there, and then get as far away from there as we can. feel like I need to go down there, but I don't want to. Whoops! Ah! I should have just jumped up. But that's sort of the charm of Pocket Bomberman. You have to use your bombs as a step stool at times, and it's scary to do so. No, I'm invulnerable. I'm taking advantage of this. I'm not gonna worry about those. Here, drop that. Here, grab that. Jump, jump. Ah. That guy speeds up when you let him. It's kind of like those bulls previously, or those boars. The moment they get eyes on you, they just sort of speed up, which is a little tricky to deal with. Okay, I think we did okay there. We got that guy taken care of. I think we're looking pretty good this run. Jump, grab that, drop, drop. Drop that there. As long as I don't fall, we're good. Yeah! Way to go, Bomberman. We did it. Oh, it's a big broccoli monster. And I panicked. Try again, Bomberman. Unfortunately, I've got 0 power-ups, which is going to make this a little tricky. Well, at least they tell you how many hits this guy needs to take. Something that later inspired Bomberman Quest, no doubt. 3. Ah! Run! Oh, very tricky, Mr. Broccoli. This was not expected. I was murdered by butterflies. Probably divine retribution for all the ones I caught in Animal Crossing. I know I can get him in that mode too. Because he just goes to the center and hits diagonally. If I can hit him there, and I'm sure I can. Like that. Oh. Boom. I'm just not gonna get in that shot, and we're done. Yeah! Do the bomber jump. 1 up. But how many did we have to lose to get there? Was the cost worth it? Oh, I got a Chaos Emerald, so I guess so. Again, the art in this game is just really nice. Now we get a new interstitial image. These are all really nice. Oh yeah, I remember these stupid clams. They eat everything, and they're the worst thing. Also, you can climb those. I'm starting to remember this game. Full fire. It will murder you more than help you. What's weird about this game is a lot of the soft blocks are all predetermined, though. They're not randomized, which is a little peculiar, to say the least. Drop that there. I don't know how effective that is, but we dropped it. Whoop. Got the spiky bombs. I feel like the screen needs to like be zoomed out or something, because it feels like you just run out of visual real estate real quick and just stuff just comes at you like that. Like, I don't know how far that is. Alright, we'll go one more time. Oh, having 0 bomb power sucks. So you're moving in at angles. How am I supposed to hit that? Probably not, and that's why it's annoying. Stupid fish. So that's a trap, but I need it. That didn't kill him. Alright, that one got him. There's another one. What? Yeah, it just feels like the screen needs to be zoomed out a little bit more. Let's see what we can do again. That one got lucky. Alright, jump over here, drop that. Hurry on my merry little way. I think we still have spike bombs, which might create issues. Whoops. Yeah, that one was on me. This is why I stick to adventure Bomberman games. I'm actually good at those. Oh, you shouldn't have been able to do that, Mr. Fish. Or that. Oh. And now you're trapped. I don't know why I couldn't trap you the other way, but if that works, I guess it works. Okay. Let's be real super careful around these clam guys. Okay, that's one. I know I need extra bombs, but I'm not going to risk that. Oh shoot. There's nothing I can do about that. Oh well, that's sort of the tone of all of this now, isn't it? I need to stick to Bomberman adventure games. Unfortunately, we've covered almost all of them. But I hope you enjoyed Bomber Week this year, where we took on the most questliest of Bomberman quests in Bomberman Quest and suffered every step of the way. Next year, we're going to have to figure out what Game Boy Advance one we're going to have to do, because there's two and they came out around the same time. I'm probably inclined to do tournaments, I think, next, but I'm not sure. I'll think about it. I got a year to figure it out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed Bomber Week this year. If you missed anything, well, it's still up here on Twitch, and of course, it's on my YouTube channel, which you can see. And I hope you enjoyed my stream, because if you did, follow the stream to know when we go live, because we stream every single day, plus other stuff when I happen to have the time. You also want to check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see everything else I do, including all my past Bomber Week stuff, which is like 6 years of Bomberman and every adventure game, including some pretty damn obscure ones. And nothing but fun along the way, and probably lots of death, but nowhere near as much as you saw today. And if you really want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon. Support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my ability, which in this case is get myself blown up a whole lot for festive joy, because Bomber Week is done. But I hope you enjoyed, and I can see you next time, which will be 1 year from now when we handle a Bomberman Game Boy Advance game. But until then, I will see you in my other videos. Peace out, Internet.